American football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012. You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock? He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. Led the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week of recovery as they try to get back out there for a postseason run.
Yeah, Kate, and here's now the key. With that #1 seed and that bye week secured in your pocket, you just do not want to add anybody to that injured list. And if that extra week of rest can help somebody, anybody, get back out there, what a lift for the postseason.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, Cousins. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's caught at the 25. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Set. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Go.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Here we go. Take go.
From the 43. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Set.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Just 3-0 is our score. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. They'll run. Jacobs has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
So the Packers showing faith in their offense as they decide to go for 2. He's throwing for it! And they beat the defense with the throw and get 2 following the touchdown. Ooh, they get the 2 out of it. Nicely done, but into double coverage there. Feels like they might have gotten away with one there, Brock.
You know what you call that, Kate? You call that a quarterback's best friend. These receivers all the time will tell the QB in the huddle, just give me a chance, bro. Just give me a chance. Just put it up there.
Yep.
And that quarterback did, and the receiver delivers.
McLeod now returning it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 30 on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Pitts. It's a pickup of 26. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Play action now for Cousins. That one incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now they face second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Packers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They send the tight end in motion. Cut by Jacobs. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
On second down, Jacobs. And this one doesn't go far. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Tag.
Love now. Hits him on the out route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Ready.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throw. Here's Love. And a man is there to knock that away.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Takes the handoff, now Love. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pitts brings it in. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.